And besides, coming in third place to two such capable candidates is an honor in and of itself.
Yeah, that is true. Third place is an honorable mention in a historic election such as this.
An historic election indeed.
Yes, and third place goes to Dennis Newman with 74 votes.
Oh, good job, Dennis. 74. So I must be right behind him with 73 or 70 or something, right?
Yeah, something like that. You did come in fourth with 30 votes, edging out Bruce Nuhr, who gathered 29 votes.
That's right, 30 votes. What's happening, Bruce? 30 votes, fourth place. What's going on?
What's that? The most embarrassing thing you've ever seen? Shh. What's that? He needs to stop dancing right now? He only got 29 votes, and therefore tied with Bruce Nuhr?
Huh.
Sorry, buddy.
Well, that's all right, tying with Bruce. It's okay. Bruce is a cool guy. We're cool, right, Bruce?
Now let's give a moment of silence for Justin's political aspirations.
No, wait, actually, it is...
Now back to the news.
Well, okay, I'm not done yet. The Sanders County Driver's Exam Office in the Sanders County Courthouse will be closed the last week of this month due to employee training.
Okay, let me get this straight. You're saying that the Sanders County Driver's Exam Office in the Sanders County Courthouse will be closed from Monday, September 28th until Friday, October 2nd?
That's correct, Cody.
Ah, awesome.
Yeah.
Now let's go to Conrad Jenkins, who is giving us a first look at your next week's forecast. Conrad?
Hello, I'm Conrad Jenkins, and this is your look at next week's weather for next week. Tuesday looks sunny. 85 the high, 53 the low. Wednesday, sunny again. 91 the high, 55 the low. Thursday, sunny again. 86 the high, 52 the low. Friday, mostly sunny. 76 the high, 48 the low. Saturday, sunny again. 77 the high, 48 the low. Sunday, sunny. 76 the high, 48 the low. Monday, partly cloudy. 72 the high, 45 the low. I'm Conrad Jenkins, and this is your look at next week's weather. Back to you.
Thank you, Conrad, for that insightful weather forecast. Now back to the news. By now, you should be aware of the smoking ban taking effect on all non-tribal establishments in Montana.
I can't wait. Do you know how good this is going to be for business?
I agree, but what about the environment?
The environment? That's why we're doing this, to make a healthier environment indoors for all human beings.
Right. Indoors. But what about outdoors?
Well, the smoke dissipates outdoors, doesn't it?
The smoke, yes. The filters, not so much.
I see.
Folks, we are in for an influx of cigarette butts littering our sidewalks. Unfathomable mountains of tar-filled cotton and fiber rolled into neatly printed and packaged litter.
It won't be that bad, will it?
Well, who knows? But I'm not willing to wait for it. Ladies and gentlemen, business owners and establishment operators, hear my solution.
Oh, this is going to be good.
I propose a contest. A battle of the minds, if you will.
I like it already.
An all-business creative cigarette butt receptacle contest.
Not bad. Didn't really live up to the build-up, though.
Well, what else are you going to call it? Get really creative with this, folks. Classy, tastefully humorous, Montana-themed, whatever. Heck, make it match your building to make the cigarette butt receptacle less noticeable.
Good idea. Anything but those ridiculous mail-order cigarette butt receptacles you see at public office buildings and doctor offices.
They're such an eyesore.
Oh.
So what do you say we go ahead and be the judges of this little contest? After the smoking ban's in effect, we could go around to these local businesses and judge them.
Mid-October sound good to you?
The 15th?
15th it is. Be ready, local businesses. We'll be inspecting your butt receptacles.
That sounds terrible. Be ready for the contest that keeps our sidewalks clean after the smoking ban. Have your creative container ready for judging by October 15th.
Well, what are they going to win?
Honorable mention on our show. Unless you can think of something better.
I'll get back to you on that.
All right. Well, in the meantime, calling all veterans. I'm sure you're aware by now of the free van rides to and from Veterans Affairs scheduled appointments. But were you aware that you don't have to be disabled to hitch a ride? The Disabled American Veterans Montana Volunteer Network would like to remind you of that fact and invite you to use the service if you are a veteran and have an appointment with the VA but no way to get there. To schedule a ride or to volunteer as a driver, call either the Western Montana Hospital Service Coordinator out of Helena at 406-447-7760 or here in Sanders County at 242-0217. Or contact the Disabled American Veterans directly by calling 406-324-3994.
Now it's time for a story in big government takeover.
What?
The Eurasian Water Milfoil Task Force is debating on the idea of setting up a special management zone above the Noxon Rapids Dam and the Cabinet Gorge Dam.
Well, what's the big deal in that? Special management, that's okay, right?
Well, if they decide to go for the special management zone, the Eurasian Water Milfoil Task Force could gather enough funding to initiate a special program that will enable them to set up individual check stations around the reservoirs to monitor boaters going into and out of your local rivers.
Sounds like Big Brother on the water. What is this, like boater customs?
Well, there aren't a whole lot of guidelines in place on how to execute such a special program. It only falls under a newly passed Montana Aquatic Invasive Species Act, Senate Bill 343 to be exact, which states, or rather doesn't clearly state, what the limitations of this program entail.
Wait. So if they want, they could inspect my boat and deem it worthy of boarding to accompany me on my trip of the river, eat all my food, drink all the beer.
I don't see why they do that, but they just want to check whether you're carrying any milfoil to or from the water. The real issue here is how much involvement you want to allow this special program to evade on your boating life. They just want to check whether you are carrying any milfoil to or from the water. The real issue here is how much involvement you want to allow this special program to invade on your boating life.
I see.
My question is how are they going to fund this thing?
With money?
I would imagine, but who's going to man every check station, and when do they call mission accomplished and pack up and go home?
Yeah, that sounds kind of suspicious. And what happens to a boater found in possession of this noxious nautical nuisance?
I don't think they could do anything without intent to distribute. But the law doesn't provide many guidelines in the complexities of this situation.
Well, I think there should just be more education on the subject. I mean, your home waters are infested with milfoil. Don't transport it here.
Well, you know, some individuals don't read signs that are posted, and some are just plain lazy. I mean, we all know plenty of people who are full of more education, and we both know how that's worked out for them.